Hi, this is Cassendre Xavier, and this is this is a raw update, raw foodist, raw vegan, raw angel transformation update. Today is Monday, March 26th, 2012, and this is going to be kind of a rambling, tangent-y thing. Usually I get gussied up for these, not gussied up, but at least a little bit of something, and I'm not doing that today. I'm just putting it out there because it's either something or nothing. And you know how the movie Rocky, the movie Rocky is so great because you get to see his challenges, and you know that by the time he's overcome, he's overcome so much kind of thing, because you know what he's gone through. I thought it would be good for me to post, kind of the challenges as well. I've been posting raw vegan blogs since 2010, documenting my journey of extreme arm movage, aka arm movery. Anyway, so I've been making progress. I had released about 30 pounds in 6 months. Woo! Hey! And so I thought I would do an update and let you know how much weight I've gained to add to the diversity of the situation, because I thought it would just be boring if I just kept just rocketing and just totally got gorgeous too fast. I thought it would be better if I kind of just stumbled a few times in a major way, ate a lot of pasta, ginger snaps, gummy bears, things like that, to add to the challenges that the protagonist is going through in the movie. So that by the time I run up those art museum steps, you will have known what I went through, man. So, I have not been abstinent from my compulsive overeating in quite some time. And I decided to give myself the gift of radical honesty, because I had been sort of weaving around the bounds of allowerness. And I was like, oh, but I'm high percentage raw and I'm still losing weight and I'm working out, and so it doesn't matter if I eat way too many grapes or way too many mangoes or cooked food when I said I wasn't going to eat cooked food, whatever. So it's okay for me to eat whatever I want. It's okay to eat whatever I want. Everything I eat, everything I do has consequences. So I wanted to share that several aspects of my life have been challenging lately, and I'm so grateful for the journey. So grateful for the lessons that I learned and the opportunities that I have to stay in love and things like this. Thoughts of love. For instance, last night I volunteered, ushered, and by the way, I so highly recommend that. Volunteer ushering, I see so many plays that way. And meet nice people. Meet other actors. A lot of us do ushering as well. All three of us were actors last night who were volunteer ushering. It was really cool. I saw people I hadn't seen in a long time, in years. So I highly recommend that, volunteer ushering. So I was walking home from that after a wonderful weekend date with a sweetie. So he had dropped me off, and then I did my shift. And I was walking home, and I was going through that thing of after you leave a date and you're like, oh, now back to my life, because that was like a vacation. Now, and my life is really challenging right now. So, anywho, so as I was walking home, which is really good exercise, it was like a 45-minute walk, and I was starting to be all bummed, anticipating the week and not, just my problems that I'm solving this week, working on solving. And I was really bummed, and I was bummed. Then I was I remembered law of attraction, it's always in action, and I'm I'm not wanting to attract from this point. So let me get to a better feeling place. And I was okay, what can I do to make myself feel better right now? And I realized, and this is related to the food thing, by the way. Somehow the tangent comes around, I promise. And so I was walking, and I was okay, right now, I can bring myself to the now, rather than thinking about my problems, rather than thinking about the blissful weekend I just had and that ended, rather than thinking about, just what's right now. And I was like, right now, it's a gorgeous night. Gorgeous night, Right now, so I got to feel the breeze on my skin and just notice all the beauty of the night. I was like, right now, I'm in this amazing body, this physical thing that I can move and do stuff with. And I can feel, and I can touch, and I can be touched, and I have all this sensation, and I'm so happy. I can walk all by myself. And I just started having all these happy thoughts, and then I found myself walking faster. And then I remembered my mantra. I have this new mantra that I came up with about 2 weeks ago, which is only solutions, only action, only hope, only joy. Only solutions, only action, only hope, only joy. So when I get into that fear place, or I start feeling overwhelmed by certain challenges that I'm having, only solutions, only action, only hope, only joy. So that really helps me focus on that, and it helps. So food-wise, wow. So around February, I started eating a high percentage cooked and started gaining weight. In the last 2 weeks alone, I've gained about 8 pounds. 2 weeks? No, about 4 weeks. 4 weeks. Right. So, and I'm feeling self-conscious because I recognize the weight gain, and I met some people at the Poly Living Conference on February 10th, 11th, and 12th, and two of them and we had a connection, and I haven't seen since, and I'm gonna see them soonish. We haven't scheduled it, but I'm gonna see them within 3-4 weeks. So I'm already feeling like, oh no, they're gonna see that I've gained 10 pounds, and they're gonna... But I told my sweetie yesterday, that fear that I had, and he said, oh, you shouldn't worry about that. You're a very, very beautiful woman. You're very, very beautiful, And I remember when I dated this guy in 2008, he lived on Long Island, and I was living in Manhattan at the time, and he, we make up stories. I had gained about 10 pounds during our relationship, and I felt that he noticed, and I brought it up, and he hadn't noticed. So I'm pretty sure these people that I'm going to meet soon are not going to think, gosh, she's a lot fatter than when I saw her. And even if they do think I've gained weight, they're not going to hold it against me. They're not going to think I'm so far beyond that they're no longer interested. I think these are addict thoughts. I think these are, when I'm in my recovery meeting for compulsive overeating, I often hear people say, well, my addict was saying to do this, my addict was that, my addict, so I'm pretty sure that these little thoughts they're not little, they feel big. Anyway, so I'm going to pause and continue in another video. Okay, this is part 1, which ends right about now.